Good morning.
Good evening.
Evening.
This is it's nighttime. That's
It's, uh,
I can't
it's
believe.
like midday over here,
Uh,
but
what is it, like 9?
no, it's almost 12.
Anyway, this is the first episode of Backstory Tale of Two Cousins.
Let's go. Want to,
What's the first episode?
well, first we should explain what is the name? Like, why this name?
Because we're cousins.
No
I think that's
way.
pretty. What? We're actually not cousins, technically. We're technically second cousins once removed.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we're giving out too much lore.
Anyways, yes. So, backstory: the tale of two cousins, and today we are going to talk about a bit where we're from. So, the good
Yeah.
old Long Island.
Good old Long Island. Long Island.
Long Island, New York, to
The best
preface.
the best part of New York. I would say is probably the best part of New York.
Yeah, no,
I don't care
whenever.
what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says. It is the best part of New York. If you say Manhattan, you're a liar.
Gosh, I hope people don't say
We're gonna get so
Manhattan.
much hate. We're gonna have so much hate.
No, listen. Anytime anyone asks me where I'm from over here, to preface, I am currently talking to you from Melbourne, Australia. But whenever anyone asks where I'm from in the States, I say New York, but not the city. So I don't often say specifically Long Island because I feel like they don't know what Long Island is, but they're learning because I got the accent and
They are learning.
they are
Yeah.
learning.
I am also not living in New York right now. I'm in Lexington, South Carolina, which is part of the South of the of America. So
But not
I
South
also do
America.
say not South America, south of the United States, the southern, the east coast, southern part. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I also do say New York too.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I just say New York. They give me a dirty look and we move on.
Yeah, I don't get the dirty looks here. I get the oh, you're from New York. Wait, that's so cool, you know. But
Yeah, I get the dirty looks.
oh, we haven't even introduced ourselves yet.
Oh yeah. Um, cousin, how would you go first?
All right. Well, I am Teresa. Oh, did you
Anything
want
else?
anything
You're just
else?
Teresa.
Ah,
I a little bit of lore. How
fine.
old are you? How
All
old are you?
right, all right. Well, my age is I'm Teresa, 24 years old. Recently had a birthday. I do keep forgetting that I'm 24, such a weird age. Let's see. I am currently on a research grant in Australia, so I'll be here for the year, which is exciting. Um,
Ooh.
and I love running, so I will definitely be telling you about a lot of the running trails and the really cool outdoorsy places, which Long Island does have quite a few, as I've learned over the past year. But all right, cousin. Now you.
I'm James. I'm 19. My birthday is nowhere soon. Not even close. Um, I am going into real estate, just selling houses, becoming an agent. I'm taking a course right now, becoming a real estate agent. That's pretty much it. There's a running trail near where I live. There's a big dam where you can run across it. That's it. I don't really do much. I drive.
What?
That's it.
Hey,
I
there we
just drive
go. That's
around.
good. That's good because it means we'll have
I
places to drive to.
I went to lunch today.
With who?
That's it. That's all.
Actually, I
That's
don't
all I
care. I
did.
don't care. I don't care. I'm impressed.
That's all I did. Anyway, Long Island. Do you know the history of Long Island?
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely do not. I only recently started learning there were a lot of like Native American history to the island, which is really cool. It makes sense why there's places called like Comswag and the Nissaquag River,
Or Massapequa or
Massapequa.
Hauppauge or I can't think of anything else. My
Penequa.
favorite thing is and Ronkonkoma. Ronkonkoma. So when I moved here, I a couple people try to guess places where I'm from, and Ronkonkoma was the one that they messed up the worst. They would
Oh,
always say
dang it.
Ronkakoma. Ronkakoma.
Yeah, there's a really
I
viral
sometimes I
reel. Yeah.
of the what is it? It's the football players, the New York Giants,
Yes.
who try to say Long Island or towns in New York.
And
That's what they try to do.
they
It's so
butcher
funny.
it.
And
Yeah.
they butcher it. They butcher it like crazy.
Honestly, I think I butchered maybe two of them as well. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Patchogue was like
butcher it on
Patchagoo.
purpose. What? Patchagoo?
Well,
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't call
Patchogue
it
is
that,
also
but
another one.
that's what someone like said. Patchagoo, you know.
Sometimes to be funny, I do say Rockacoma. It does piss people off. It pisses off my friends
Yeah,
that
that's
still live
like
in New York.
with
They piss them off.
Alabama. There's a hat. It says Alabama instead of Alabama. So you
Alabama.
gotta enunciate the. But yes, are you gonna tell me a bit about the history of Long Island? I feel like you seem to know a lot more than I do. I'm not gonna lie.
It well, obviously yes, it was started by the Native Americans. It was. I'm trying to find the date. Long Island discovered, because I know it's one of the oldest towns by not by the Native Americans, but by I'm pretty sure the Dutch and German discovered it in like 1688. It's
All right,
of like it's pretty old.
power to the
Uh,
Germans as a Haupt, I will say.
I would not say that.
Oh, that part is getting.
Immediately canceled. It was. That's not what I wanted. It's telling me it was made in the 21,000 BC as a land formation.
Like Pangea.
Pangea. There was Pangea, and then there was Long Island.
That was the development of Long Island. Actually, the entirety of the
Yeah,
U.S. is based around Long Island.
yeah. Um
When was Long Island?
it says Charles the First of England declared it as a colony in 1636, but it has history before then with the Dutch.
That's interesting. I honestly had no idea that
Something.
we had Dutch relations whatsoever.
Oh yeah, if you go out onto the East End, where my grandmother lives, there's Dutch buildings. There's
Huh.
Dutch houses that's been there since forever. In I forgot. I think Center Merches. No, that's not right. Center Reach. Center Reach. That's right.
Center Age, Center Age, Center Age. Okay.
It's like
I
right near Ice.
used
Ice.
to play
The
softball there.
the
I know where
ice
that
of
is.
yeah, yeah, that area.
That area. Yeah.
And there's
Right
a
off of
bunch
Middle
of
Punch.
Dutch. Yeah, it has a bunch of Dutch buildings. That's pretty much
Huh.
Dutch infrastructure, and Dutch and German infrastructure on New York were very similar. So
Yeah, yeah. No, we definitely don't have a lot of the like I mean, if you go anywhere outside of the US, they have a very different classical architecture to kind of their buildings and whatnot. But
very Renaissance.
yeah, yeah.
We're very Americans are very modern.
Yeah.
Modern architecture. Right? It's like glass walls.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My old
You
house
get what I
actually
mean.
was I know, I get what you mean. No, my old house though was brick. It was
Brick and mortar.
brick and mortar. Which is funny
My old
because the thing went explosion. Actually, didn't explode. But and now my new house is pure wood, which is crazy to think. The brick house was like, that's it.
great architecture, guys. We fixed it. Instead of
Ooh,
making it out of stuff that can't burn, we make it stuff that can burn.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, have you ever been to Montauk Lighthouse?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like that's a quintessential.
I think anyone that lives on Long Island has to. I went there on a field trip once. I
Oh,
don't remember it very well.
lame.
I I just I I'll jump out the window, I guess.
I guess because you were from further out east on the island, so that makes sense. We would go to the Fire Island lighthouse on a field trip.
Yeah, I went to because I was out east in Manorville. You were in
Yeah,
Comac, which is
yeah, very
closer
central.
closer to the city.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, not close to the city, but central. That's the best word for it. I was very much out east near the Hamptons. I was pretty much 2 towns over from West
yeah.
Hampton.
No, I'm like center of the island. Actually, fun fact: the direct center of Long Island are the Central Islip courthouses. Yeah, shout
Oh,
out
really?
to my cousin who has that as a tattoo. The coordinates, and it just so happens to be the Islip courthouses.
Okay.
Also, your cousin, actually,
Which one is it?
Victoria, Connor's wife.
Oh, oh,
So married into the family.
yeah. She's married and she doesn't count. No, she does. I I love the baby, Delaney.
Delaney. Oh, love Delaney.
Anyway,
Yes, but so that's the
I got to
center of
hold
the
Delaney
island.
last time. I got to hold Delaney last time.
Yeah, that's impressive.
This
That's
doesn't
actually really
this doesn't
impressive.
have to do with Long Island,
It
but
does.
whatever.
It's Long Island family. We actually have a ridiculous amount of family on the island. I think we cover what? We've got most of the center of Suffolk County, North Shore, South Shore. We've got
Yeah,
you
we have
guys are out
100.
east,
Yeah, we actually in our family we have at least on one of our sides,
the Haupt side.
it's 163 members. We have 163 members, and at least 3/4 of that family lives on the island. There is one part of the family that lives in Florida, but we don't talk about them. No, we do.
Gosh, we do, we do. We just
Well, not
they're
not in this episode. Not
not
in this
no.
episode. We
Next
don't.
time if we go to Florida, yeah, I
We'll
got
talk.
you.
We'll talk about the Florida cousins if we go to Florida.
Long Island's what's
Anyway,
important, but the Montauk Lighthouse. We apparently we have a lot of lighthouses, which is good because we are surrounded by water on all four sides. Uh, Shout out to Long Island. But
yeah,
Montauk
we're
Lighthouse, I feel like you were going somewhere with that. Personally, I think it's one of the coolest areas. I actually ran there this past summer. I ran from my another one of my cousins on my mom's side though, their house all the way to the lighthouse and back. It's a really pretty area. There's a lot. They have like a rock trail around the corner. The end of the
it
world.
goes. It actually. Yeah, my someone told me if the world ever ends, if the city ever gets bombed, just have a drink and just sit down because you're not going anywhere. Yeah. So Long Island is basically a strip, and the only way to get off is through the city. So if there is nuclear destruction in the city, you're dead. And when I mean the city, because our entire family and probably most people on Long Island, if they say the city, they mean New York. They mean like Manhattan and
Yeah,
like Brooklyn or Queens. If you
yeah.
live in New York, you get it.
No, it's the city.
But
Even like Jersey, often North Jersey at least, when they say the city, it's New York.
probably people in Connecticut too, like
Yeah,
South Connecticut.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, if you live in the northeastern region, you probably do get that.
You
You
know,
get that,
if
or the
the
Mid Atlantic.
entire if the city of New York were to get bombed, which is such a morbid thought, first off, but it wouldn't matter
That's
that we would
someone
have
that
to
told
go
me
through the
that.
city. It would take up majority. Like it'd be a very large radius of land, including Long Island and parts of Connecticut, parts of Jersey. Like it would take out a good chunk of that northeast sector. It wouldn't matter if we were on Long Island. That's it.
Which is we're just dead anyway.
Hey.
So we're back to the history and why I brought up the Montauk Lighthouse. Do you know who we have a president discovered Montauk Lighthouse?
A president?
A president.
Wait, which
You
president?
want to guess who was president? No, I'm going to give you
Hoover.
3 guesses. No,
Oh. Uh, Reagan.
no.
It's got to be like earlier presidents, right?
It's top 10. The first 10.
Oh, first 10.
Final guess. Final guess.
Jackson.
Nope. Washington.
Oh, it was the
I was about
first
to say,
president.
yeah, George Washington discovered as the general of the Revolutionary Army because when they were, I don't remember why they were on Long Island, but they had a big base on Long Island, and Montauk Point was one of their main places because it was swamps before it was anything, before anyone really developed on Long Island. It was swamp and sludge and not
Yeah,
good.
as
And
most
they and the British didn't want to invade. So George Washington just camped out there and created Montauk. So we have to owe Montauk to our founding president, our first president, George Washington. We are true Americans.
that's honestly kind of honestly like Washington was just a cool guy. That's pretty cool.
He
I
was
would have never thought
he
he'd
was
been on Long Island,
6'4".
but he looks
He
so
was
much
6'4".
shorter. Well, Teddy Roosevelt was our shortest president, right? Or no, lies.
I have no idea. I
Oh,
just know that he is 6'4" and he was ginger. That's all I know.
he was ginger. They definitely do
Yeah, he
not
was ginger.
show that in the.
He was ginger,
Oh
but in
man.
his later years, I either became bald or he probably used a gray cat
Mm,
or
okay.
whatever it is.
So when did counties and stuff even start existing? I mean, if so, George
Well,
Washington,
counties were created by the British.
British. Okay.
So Long Island was a county or
Oh,
a colony, which then I think it became. I'm gonna look it up. Let's just look up when Suffolk County became a county.
well, I know that Long Island used to be a very big agricultural area, which makes sense if you're talking about it being
Oh
very
yeah.
marshy and stuff.
So
Like it
so
was
one of the
farmland central.
so there was two major businesses, or three technically, but two. It was whaling. One of the biggest during 1890 and 1910. Whaling was the biggest industry on Long Island for that extended. People came to Long Island to learn how to whale.
Hmm.
We don't do that anymore because it's illegal. Uh,
For good reasons.
but but yeah, for very good reason, because we love whales. Have you ever seen a whale?
In the aquarium. No, no, yeah, only in the aquarium. I've seen dolphins, but actually, I've seen dolphins in Montauk. Like I didn't know we had so many dolphins along the coast
Oh
of the
yeah,
island.
yeah. I used to see videos from the North Shore. I don't remember where on the North
Yeah.
Shore, but it was on the North Shore, and there'd just be dolphins.
Well, if it was Montauk, it would have been the South Shore, but I believe you, North Shore.
Not Montauk, not Montauk. I meant on the North Shore.
Yeah, yeah, no, I know what you meant. I
It
know what you meant.
just in general, it'd be dolphins. I didn't mean
Wow.
Montauk.
No,
I just meant
I
dolphins
got
in
you.
general.
I got you. I specifically saw it on the South Shore. But that's okay. No, that's actually so whaling. I knew that marine biology, like the marine ecosystem, is definitely a big field on the island still. You know, a lot of people do. One of my friends, actually, her sister, I guess, is also my friend, but she does marine sciences, has been on boats and stuff, which is kind of cool. That they just take from Long Island and do some sea life research. I don't think they do, like you said, they don't do whaling anymore. It's probably
I
more
I I
mini
doubt it.
scale.
I doubt it. Um, I just remember the Riverhead Aquarium.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
all
quintessential.
I'm not a.
Oh, I used to go there all the time when I was a kid.
Our cousin went to had their Sweet 16 at the Riverhead
Oh, no
Aquarium.
way.
Yeah,
That's actually really cool.
that was really cool. It was really cool.
Every kid's dream.
I never went. I never. What?
Every kid's dream.
I thought you said you didn't stream. We weren't recording.
No.
Anyway.
So what was the second biggest industry on the island? It was whaling
Oh,
and
it's just agriculture.
oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that makes
Like
sense.
my house was on a carrot farm.
No way.
That's it. Yeah, my dad used to
Sweet.
find bunnies in like dig deep into the ground, and they would just pop up randomly
Damn.
because it was a carrot farm. And I think my neighbor to like the behind us to like the left was on a beet field or something. I don't know.
A bee? Bees? Like bzzz.
No, beets, like
Beets. Okay, okay,
B.
okay.
Yeah,
Beets. I'm trying to. I mean, I know like even now a lot of people do, like even in
like
around
like
Comac
you're
and
like
stuff.
I don't know why I'm doing that. When this January we found a corn stalk in your front
Yeah,
lawn,
which was crazy,
like
but
that,
that was yeah because the soil is so probably still so fertile. I mean, in its own way. Um,
and they had to get a seed from
yeah.
a
Well,
neighboring farm.
a bird
That must
probably
a
brought it or
bird took a
something.
yeah
Yeah, which is
from a neighboring
crazy
farm.
that it could just grow like that. I kind of wish we
You
were
know
growing
how
corn.
big farming is on Long Island. There is a whole town called Farmingdale because of farming.
Ah, Farmingdale. Yeah, yeah. No, wait. That's actually I didn't know that was why it was called Farmingdale, but that's pretty cool.
Oh no, I'm just assuming.
Oh,
Maybe there's a guy named Farming. Maybe there
possibly
was a
or
guy who used to
Dale
farm and his name
Farming.
was Dale.
Dale
Dale
Farming. You
Farming.
know,
Yeah.
it's possible. Um,
I'm actually drinking Poland Spring, which is actually from Long Island. I actually can't drink any other water. I only like the taste of this stuff.
oh, the water here is great. The tap water. Actually, I have coffee though.
Which was made with water.
The water here is great. The honestly, I like the tap water on the island as well. Um, no,
Uh,
farming is still definitely
uh,
a big thing. If you, especially if you go out east, I feel like your area they have a lot more.
Yeah.
Um,
So there used to be big farm stands. I
yeah,
used to get
yeah.
delicious banana bread from a guy on the side of the road.
We definitely don't have farm stands in the
On
center.
on the way to the LIE.
Speaking of the LIE, Long Island Expressway,
The Long Island Expressway is probably one of the most famous expressways that ever existed. Hopefully,
famous
we hope.
in a good
I
or
don't know.
bad. I mean, listen, it does the job.
And both,
In good and bad. Well, like you
in good
said
and bad.
earlier,
So
right? The only way on and off the island is through the city, which means just as much
you
as
have
bad
to.
as city traffic is, like New York, Long Island traffic is pretty bad. And imagine
Yeah,
trying to get from the westernmost portion of the island, which is like where the city is, to where you lived in Manorville. Oh my
it
gosh,
took
forget it.
it took 2 hours. It
Yeah,
took 2 hours to get all the way out of the out of the state.
yeah.
When
No,
I
I
was a kid,
listen.
when I used to take road trips, I used to
Yeah.
sleep over someone else's house before I went on a road trip that was closer to the city.
It's kind of smart. Yeah, my one of my friends, one of my teammates from college. I remember she drove me home from school one weekend, and she was in Nassau County. It was like a 45 minutes shorter trip just to get to where she was.
Yeah,
To
to get to
freaking
your house, which is in the center of the island, it takes like 50 minutes.
yeah, yeah. No, it's again prime location, center of the island. That's where my parents grew up. That's where my grandparents grew up. We love central Long Island. You know, for the win.
There, yeah.
Ah,
Your grandfather grew up in Hicksville, right?
did he actually?
Yes, the entire senior help family grew up in Hicksville.
Oh. Walter Senior, you're saying Walter
Which,
Senior.
which a fun fact about our family and about Long Island, which is on your notes, is Billy Joel. Billy Joel grew up in Hicksville,
Yeah, he
and
mentions it in his songs. Oh, Billy Joel. Every Long
Billy
Islander
Joel.
must
I
love
love
Billy
Billy
Joel.
Joel. Piano Man.
It's
What's
an
iconic song?
OG. Vienna,
It's
Zanzibar.
Vienna.
Zanzibar has gone viral on TikTok in the
I
past couple of
love
years.
Zanzibar. Anthony's song.
Yeah.
When I would listen to that with my mom, she would point out. She would actually tell me where the stuff is because it's real. It's all
Oh
real.
yeah.
And actually, back to Montauk, there's a song that he wrote, Downeaster Alexa, which mentions Montauk.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But about our family and about Billy Joel, one of our great uncles, which is one of the youngest, played with Billy Joel during high school,
Which
which
is
is always an
sick.
interesting fact that I tell everyone if they like Billy Joel.
Yeah.
And I win. I actually had I actually had a debate with someone
Who
who
truths
said
and a
that
lie?
they were who was a bigger fan of Billy Joel, and I won because of that fact. Have you ever been to the Billy Joel Museum?
The one in Stony Brook.
Yeah.
So they actually just closed that a month ago.
No. No.
Yeah.
Why was I not told?
I know. Actually,
Ridiculous.
we should have. When you were there, I that was one of the things I was like, oh, that'd be cool if we went to. I kind of wish I did
Oh,
because
I went to it. I went to it.
I
But
know, but it's still
I went.
just. I actually didn't
Yeah.
go. I'm not gonna lie. Oh,
Yeah. I don't know why it closed. Anyway, so
I think it
disappointed.
just
But
reached
Billy
the
Joel
end.
is Billy Joel, bagels, and pizza. Three biggest Long Island stuff.
Billy Joel,
Most iconic.
bagels. We gotta
Billy
get
jo-
another B in there.
bagels, Bay.
Hey, building. No, not building. Billy Joel, bagels and bays. We do
Bagels and
have quite a
bays.
lot of bays. Oh, the Hampton Bays. There. That's probably where most of our vineyards are. People go out there and they dress to the nines. Everyone hates on Long
Yeah.
Island because the a lot of the Manhattanites will come down and they'll go to the Hamptons. The
Actually, there is someone from the country that you're at. Hugh Jackman vacations in West Hampton.
Oh, no shot. Actually, wait,
Hmm.
I did hear that because he been like all the really cool people would stop at the McDonald's that's right off. It's off of what, the LIE
Yes,
on the way
yes,
to.
that is the McDonald's in Manorville.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
And there's a Starbucks that used to be a city bank, and every celebrity would stop at that Starbucks. And I was 10 minutes away from meeting Hugh Jackman.
yeah, that's insane. Hugh Jackman is kind of
Yeah,
cool.
while he was on his way to West Hampton. West Hampton is a big, not tourist spot, but vacation spot for people who live in the city,
Yeah, a lot of them have
or
houses
or
there.
big
They got
or big
boats there.
celebrities that have a lot of business. Because Long
Yeah.
Island is a big boating and yachting type of place from the beginning
Oh yeah.
of it. Even if we go back to the 1920s,
I mean, you get a lot of tourists
what
even nowadays. Sorry, 1920s. Yeah.
even back in the 1920s, even on in Nassau County, there like the Great Gatsby, that's based on Long Island. That's based off of Ocean Bay,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I forgot the other name.
They have a they have like a if you go to I believe it's Jones Beach, not Robert Moses, but they have a
Where's Jones
Gatsby
Beach?
themed.
Just for the
Yes,
people.
yes. Jones Beach is South Shore, more central Long Island. Those Jones Beach, Robert Moses are the prime beaches that a lot of people will go to on the island. At least if you're in like the Suffolk, even kind of Nassau County area, I'd say. No, probably more Suffolk County.
Yeah. There's the thing with the North Shore and the South Shore. North Shore is just rocky and
Yeah,
horrible. It's not really the best to
nah.
go to the
Although I
beach.
do love
South
Sunken
Shore
Meadow.
is awesome.
South Shore is great. I
Well,
mean, that's the Atlantic Ocean. That's the real
that's
ocean, you
that's
know?
where Fire Island is, which I think there's a show now about Fire Island. It's a dating show. I don't know.
Yeah, Fire Island is definitely a big, that would probably kind of be a bit of a tourist spot. A lot of people know what Fire Island is if you ask them about beaches
Yeah.
on Long Island. And you got to take a ferry there. Shout out to another one of our cousins who works the ferry taxi cabs. But it's an expensive trek to get there. They're also very very like on top of people. I'd be interested in learning more about some of the origins of Fire Island, honestly, if it was always such a big beachy touristy area.
Yeah, it's just a little strip off Long Island.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
the
it's pretty it's
ferries.
pretty much just a little strip. I don't remember anything about the ferries.
I mean, I feel like every Long
The
Islander,
ferries are just a big deal.
the
It's just a
ferries
big
are a
deal.
big
I've
deal.
been on a I've been on a ferry. I just don't remember about the ferry. I would always hear about the ferry, but
Well, you got the ferry to Fire Island, and then you have
you
two
actually
big
have the
ferry
ferry.
stops
You have the ferry from Port Jeff Station,
to
not Port
Connecticut.
Jeff Station, to
Port Jefferson,
New
though.
Haven, New Haven, Port Jefferson. Yeah, that's what I meant.
And then you have the
My
Orient
parents lived
Point
in
ferry, which I believe goes to Mastic.
to
I think it's
yeah,
Mastic. I could be wrong, though. Because I think you could probably get to Mastic. I think you can get to Mastic from Port Jeff, too. It might just be the Orient Point. I'm not positive.
yeah.
I feel like
There's
every Long Island.
also
Oh, go for it.
there's also a from Oyster Bay, which is the North Fork.
Mm.
I think to Massachusetts. There's another ferry, and then there's obviously I think there's one in. So another thing is Brooklyn and Queens are all Long Island. We're not
Yeah.
going to talk about that, but
Well,
I'm just saying there is another one from Queens to Connecticut. That is another ferry.
yeah, because I think back in the day, like if you're talking about, people working in the city, Wall Street, they would take ferries. It's what, Brooklyn Heights. Like people would just ferry between Manhattan to
Yeah,
Brooklyn for
they
for
still
work.
do that.
Oh, they do still do that,
They
one hundred
still do that.
percent.
They still do
Yeah,
that. Just Wall Street as it isn't as you didn't really need to go to Wall Street as it used to because of 9/11
no,
and COVID.
yeah, yeah. Oy. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. There is a ferry trail route to Boston via Greenport.
Yeah, it's because my mom did that
Oh
a
wow.
couple of times.
I mean, I kind of like traveling by ferry. One, you can just sit back and relax. My brother used to always get the stupid chicken tenders on there. He would treat it as it was like a fare to him. Oh my gosh.
That seems like your brother.
No, ferries are cool. I feel
Yeah.
like every Long Islander has family in Connecticut, and every person that lives in
Well,
at
we have
least the
family in
southern.
Connecticut.
We do have family in Connecticut. That's what I'm saying. But like
We
every
do have
person in
family. My
southern.
mom was born in Connecticut.
See, it's like that southern tip of
So
Connecticut that borders the city. They all just kind of go. It's cheaper to live there, so.
so interesting is that my aunt was born in Charleston, South Carolina. And then my uncle was born in Illinois. And then my other uncle was born in Virginia Beach. And then my mom was born in Connecticut. I have no idea where, but in Connecticut.
Yeah, no, I'm almost positive that my aunts and uncles, at least my direct aunts and uncles, and my dad were all born in Long Island.
Yeah, no, they are. They
Yeah,
are. I don't think we need proof of that. We can just look at them.
that's
I love your
crazy.
dad though.
I love your dad.
Uh, he's awesome, right?
Yeah, both our dads are just great.
Yeah.
We love our moms as well.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, don't
Anyway.
don't talk about Brooklyn and Queens being a part of Long Island ever, because they will also be very adamant that that is not the case. I think though
But
it
it's
used to be counties on the island.
physically
Oh yeah,
it,
they're on the island.
they're on the island, but we're not going to talk about that because we don't accept them either.
Gosh.
Anyway, no, we love everyone. What were you saying?
Just
Counties. You're talking about
counties. I mean, so I'm pretty sure like Queens County used to be a county on Long Island, and then they officially became a borough of
or the city.
the
Yeah,
city.
I think that's true. I think I heard about that, but that was probably back in the 1800s.
Yeah, I don't know the exact date. I would
Something
have
like
to
that.
confirm that, but I
We
do
would
know
have to
it
look that
definitely
up.
used to be a part. Because even just the division
you
of like
ever-
Nassau. Did I ever?
Did you ever hear about? My grandma used to tell me about this. That Long Island was supposed to be a state at some point.
Yes, in fact,
They were voting.
there's
They were
still
voting
debates
to
about
be a
it.
state. Oh, there still is
Yeah,
because Long Island has at least 3 million people
oh yeah, I mean,
on it.
forget it. Since the
Like
1800s, or I think it was in like post World War One, our population has doubled.
yeah, it's a very congested for the space. it's humongous. Like towns are on top of each other. Like when I moved out of Long Island, towns were really separated. It takes me a half hour to get through my town to the next town. It
Yeah.
takes me like 10 minutes, not even, to get to the next town on Long Island where I used to live. From Manorville to Riverhead, where I live, to get to Riverhead, 10 minutes.
That's why whenever I drive
Maybe
anywhere,
not even more.
you gotta go like if I'm driving into or off the island late at night or early morning, you gotta beat the rush hour traffic.
Oh yeah. So if I had to take a road trip, when would you say you have to leave? I say 3 in the morning.
I mean, ideally you would leave
And
like
you're still gonna hit
you're still
traffic.
gonna hit traffic. No, so it's crazy because I've noticed just like if I'm leaving Long Island, the difference between leaving my house at 5 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. was ridiculous. If I left at 5 a.m., I would just get past that initial rush hour traffic. I'd get onto the GW, get onto the BQE even in 45 minutes. The second I leave at 5:30, forget it. Hour and a half.
Gridlock.
Yeah.
Gridlock.
So
You can't-
I used to try to leave like in that range, 5:30, and then coming onto the island, you just kind of gotta. Ideally, you get there around like, but you get to the island by like 7 a.m. and you're kind of okay because you
Yeah.
get past the city and it's less people leaving the city onto the island. But I did get more information on the origins of the counties though. So it used to be 3 counties: Kings, Queens, and Suffolk, which is actually kind of crazy when you think about it. Kings, Queens, and that means Suffolk, where I'm from, is OG, hasn't changed.
We're both from Suffolk.
Yeah, we are Suffolk.
I'm from Suffolk. I'm okay.
I know.
Suffolk, yeah, Suffolk is the oldest one.
1683. The initial 12 counties of the English province of New York. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Kings and Queens. And then in 1898, when New York City officially kind of became a city, they took Kings and Western Queens, and Eastern Queens became Nassau County, which actually makes sense because Nassau County
Kinda
is pretty much
crazy that they
just
split
Queens. Yeah.
They kind of split. That kind of weird.
Yeah.
West Queens stayed in the city, but East Queens became Nassau. Very weird.
Yeah, I think
Anyway.
Kings County then probably would have been Brooklyn. Yeah, it says Nassau County in 1899. The 3 eastern towns of Queens County, so that's Hempstead, North Hempstead, Oyster Bay. Wow.
And back to the Long Island being a state, like the GDP is in the top 20.
Yeah.
In the world, and not in the world, in the country.
I mean,
It's the biggest.
No, yeah, but you're so close to New York City. How could you not? You know?
Yeah, like you have old money, like Vanderbilt. Like he had like mansions all over the place.
Yeah, one of his like primary ones. I mean, this is not Long Island, I guess, but it's like right over in, not too far from Poughkeepsie, New York, which is pretty much like an hour outside the city. That's north, but yeah, so I guess not Long Island.
Yeah.
We have a couple mansions though that people talk about.
Yeah, I've been to one of them.
Yeah, I think I've definitely toured one of them. Not a mansion, but one of my favorite sites on Long Island, mostly because it's my primary run site. I'll just run around it all the time. But you have to go past it to get to the Sunken Meadow Nissaquag area, ideally in Kings Park. But the Kings Park Psych Center, that building is huge.
Oh, is that the abandoned one?
Yeah, the abandoned one in Kings Park. I mean,
yeah,
it has like its own. If you're on the, I think it has its own exit on Sunken Meadow. I'm pretty sure. Like it says, Kings Park Psych Center.
I forget. This might not be one. This might be in the city, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. They forgot how it goes, but it was one of the main hubs for shock therapy.
Probably. That does sound pretty
familiar. It was one of the main sites of New York. They would send any psychiatric patients. I'm not 100% sure about this, but they would send them for shock therapy, and it was unregulated probably back in the 1910s
no,
or
it's that's why
or
it's
1950s, and they would use shock therapy and it would kill people.
yeah,
And that's
they
why
have
it's
a
haunted.
very controversial history, I'm pretty sure, at the psych center. And it was originally supposed to be, I'm pretty sure, because of it was for like the agricultural workers, a place to just get treatment and stuff. And then it became a more psychiatric ward type place. I think they made it says they made a like a vets unit after World War One, which definitely they I feel like
Yeah.
U.S. has a
Well
history
then,
of
well then you had, well then you would have had like really paranoid people because World War One veterans
oh yeah oh
were
yeah
severely mentally scarred
yeah we have a
from
couple
the trenches.
VA centers on the island. I know there's the one in Northport. There's one at Stony Brook, which Stony Brook Hospital is probably one of the main hospitals. I'd say one of the main research hospitals, at least on the island. Um, but they have
There is actually a story in World War One where the Germans actually invaded the United States to send a telegram to Mexico to invade.
oh yeah that's
And
the
it
Zimmerman
was
one, right?
and yeah, no, yeah, it was a different, and it was they went on the beaches of Long Island during the 1910s. I mean the 19 like 1915, 19 no 1916. It was before we actually joined,
Hmm.
and it was one of the reasons why we joined World War One. But they stormed on the beach of, I think, Montauk. Like
Oh,
they
that makes
stormed on
sense.
that side, and they built a radio transmission, and they sent a telegram to Mexico to invade.
Wow.
They also did the same thing in New Orleans too. They invaded that place during World War II to do the same thing. They asked Mexico to invade America.
Damn.
It didn't go very well both times, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't want to cause too much trouble if they could avoid it. Ideally, uh, it's interesting that Long Island has a lot of war history too. It feels so tiny, and you definitely don't. I mean, most of the history is like what we talked about already. You got the marine history, definitely a lot of the shipping history is crazy. The Fire Island has a museum, I'm pretty sure, near the lighthouse,
And
and definitely Montauk.
we have Revolutionary Civil War, World War
Yeah.
One, and World War II history.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure there's. I mean, I guess that's anywhere in most of like New England, Northeast, Eastern U.S. Definitely
Yeah,
Southern U.S. Um, but slavery was the thing on the island as well
yeah.
at
So
some point or another.
slavery, actually, there was more prosecution against the Native Americans than there
Oh,
actually was against for slaves.
yeah,
Yeah, there was. I don't remember exactly what it is, but we had actually had a bigger problem. Not a problem, but like they. What's the best way to say this? They would kick Native Americans off Long Island, and they would try to skin them. It's
yeah.
probably the best way I could say it. We don't
And
support that.
no, obviously not. But
I had to clarify. We do not support the skinning
I think it's
or
no,
scalping
it's very much
of Native
it's a
Americans.
very known, but also maybe not talked about enough is the way that the Native Americans were treated. And I mean,
Yeah,
we do have a
which
lot
which
of
is like
Native history.
a big. It's a big problem anywhere.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we have. I think we have 5 different tribes on Long Island, or 4 different tribes on Long Island
yeah.
that still exist,
They
and we
have a
have like
museum
maybe
too,
like,
and like if you go out east towards Montauk, they have a museum over there where they talk about it a lot. Let's see, the Native American history of Long Island. Damn, I should have looked more into it actually. But I'm pretty sure like Montauk was a tribe specifically Montaukett or something like that.
yeah,
So
and
even Montauk has
Ronkonkoma
Ronkonkoma, as you
is
said.
another tribe. Uh, I'm looking through my notes. I actually didn't write anything about the Native Americans.
It was home to approximately 13 main groups, including so it was the Montauk, which was the eastern tip, the Shinnecock, which was Southampton, Oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher this. The Unkachug, Mastic, and then Lake Setauket, Manhasset, Canarsie. Montauk was a big one. They were probably the one of the main ones, I'd say, the strongest, quote unquote strongest. Uh, that's where people would come, like at that Montauk tip. So it doesn't surprise me, I guess. They
Yeah, and
probably were
that's
involved in
and
trade.
yeah, yeah, they probably were. Which is another thing is that lacrosse was discovered by the Native Americans, and Long Island is big, big on lacrosse. Like lacrosse is as big as football,
It's
probably
probably
even
one of our
bigger.
biggest sports. I mean,
Yeah,
majority
one
of
of our
the
biggest sports.
best lacrosse players that go to play at like a university D1 level is through lacrosse.
Yeah, one of my old friends was like number 4 on the best lacrosse players of like
Wow,
2024
that's awesome.
on the ranking, and he could get into any university. But he joined the military,
Yeah, we have
which
we
is
have
a
a
really big, spin for that guy. But well, it's okay. It doesn't matter. He's a great guy. Well, he's still alive. Yeah, he probably is. Anyway,
so the tribe that I feel like most people would be familiar with, at least this is the one that I learned probably the most about growing up, was the Shinnecock tribe.
yeah,
That's the one in Southampton. I know they have a specified reserve there. I'm pretty sure. Like that's the one I think I'm thinking of when I think of the Native American reserves on the island. Uh, there's
yeah, I
more
remember.
land out there, and that I don't know. You don't have as much of a suburby area, I guess. You're a bit further from the
No, we do.
city. You do have a suburby area, but I mean, like if you start going
I lived
towards,
in it.
oh
I
my
lived in it.
gosh,
I get what you mean. I get what you mean. But
yeah,
so I think between where we were, I think that's where it becomes more forest and that stuff. And then when you get closer to the Hamptons, it becomes more suburbs and that stuff.
yeah. Well, we got the Pine Barrens of Long Island. That's as you go past. I think it's like Ridge, New York or so, and that's just all woods.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
More nature trails over
Um
there if you're looking for some cool runs and hikes.
you want to talk about the demographic of Long Island?
I feel like I don't know much about the demographic of Long Island. I just know so many people
It's
are like, oh,
54.7% white or Caucasian.
actually,
I have this written.
that's
I
lower
actually have it
than I
written
thought it was
down.
gonna be.
Yeah, yeah. I have a notes from my dad who said the same thing. He said
Yeah,
he said, well, he grew up in the 70s and 80s. He said that it was not diverse at all. It was mostly white, German, Polish, Italian, Jewish communities
my
on the.
parents and my grandparents 110% agree with that.
Yeah, there was no diversity. And like my dad said in his entire school career, like from K to high school, he maybe had 2 African American people with him. Like
Yeah,
not diverse at all. Like not even close.
no, it has. I think it's become more diverse for sure, but I think that just by default, a lot of the
I
regions
can I can
have.
give you the numbers. It's 54.7% white Caucasian. It is 20.5% Hispanic or Latino,
Okay.
and it is 20.4% African American, which is pretty diverse. And then there's like 6 or 7 or 8% Asian, and then there's other.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that kind of makes sense in terms of even just like in the sporting community. I remember playing against it was primarily white individuals, but you got a
Yeah,
lot
I
of.
didn't like.
There's a decent diverse culture. I think. I don't feel like I think I became more educated about all of it as I got into college and stuff, and started meeting more people and
Yeah, I
people from
didn't.
different
I
regions.
didn't.
But
So I didn't have someone that was African American until I moved to. No, I didn't. No, that's not true. In 5th grade, there was the first African American student in my class. In 5th grade, I never had it. Never really interacted with anyone
Yeah,
else. But that's how um, non-diverse it was, and that was what, like
early
12 years ago,
2000s, late 2000s, 2010s.
mid like early 2010s.
Yeah,
It was not diverse, and now it is. Now it is.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
I don't live there, but
I mean, like, if you go into New York City, it definitely has a much more diverse culture. But yeah,
yeah, it's the
in
melting pot.
undergrad, I learned of like the term BIPOC, which I think I like a lot actually. But I feel like we could have grown up in a more, or sorry, like a less diverse region. So I am grateful there was some diversity, but we're evolving.
Like New England.
Hopefully, like New England. Ideally,
Like New
the
England.
most of the U.S. ideally is evolving, and I think that's we're growing up. It's we're trying to become more aware. I think one thing about Long Island that is really cool that I definitely wasn't aware of until I left Long Island was how large our Jewish community is. Uh,
Yeah.
just a lot of people like when I went
Like
to
my
undergrad, just in
grandfather.
Pennsylvania, people didn't really know like your grandfather.
My grandfather's Jewish. His name's Ira.
That's why the
Anyway,
bagels are so good.
by the big, I actually wrote that down in my notes. I think if you can see it, I think it says Jewish bagels. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Very famous
Um,
Jewish bagels. That's what it says.
Yeah, we have a lot of synagogue. Jewish bagels, definitely. I mean delis on Long Island are amazing. I miss a good Long Island deli. Oh,
I that's the only I come up I go up just to go eat food. That's all I do because the food is so good.
I
You
will
miss
I
it
will
and you go
totally
crazy.
I will say though that food outside the US 110% the best. It's just so fresh and like but
Okay, you can say that. You can talk about that in your own episode. We're talking about Long
yeah,
Island.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
anyway,
New England or North Long Island.
you're
Yeah,
messing this up, man.
there's 219 active synagogues on Long Island, and that's not counting Brooklyn and Queens.
Yeah,
166 in Nassau, 53 in Suffolk, and there's 67 still standing former synagogue buildings. Um, so that's pretty cool. I went to lots of bar
awesome.
mitzvahs. I enjoy learning about other people's history and culture. So it's been
Yeah. Anyway,
I gotta
there's a
learn more.
big boating community on Long Island.
I love boats.
Boats. That should be the slogan. Just boats.
Boats.
Like all my friends had jet skis. My dad grew up on the shore.
Yeah,
Like just big boats.
my grandpa.
Lots of them.
Well, this would be, I guess, my dad's stepdad. So not the grandpa you were referring to earlier, but he used to make boats. He would make them handmade, and
Excellent.
we actually did a really cool. His first boat where they took it out. Him, and my grandma. Um, I wish I remembered which bay it was. I'm pretty sure it was the one in Patchogue though, like one of those docks over there, and that was super cool. We had a whole like thing about it. And he had I want to say there was one motorboat and he made a canoe as well. And there was another boat that he was working on before he passed. But oh my gosh, he knew a lot about boating.
Yeah, the one of the last times I went there, I went with my friends, and it's like this is how big boating is. We took jet skis from one side, not one side, but once you the split between the forks, and we drove jet skis all the way up to West Hampton, and we just parked them. Like that's how big the boating community is. That there's
Yeah,
just you could just park a boat and just go off.
yeah. No, my aunt does she had a boat in Huntington and she'd gone to Montauk at one point, just like around from South Shore, Central Long Island, past the Hamptons to like the park it over there in
Yeah,
Montauk.
it's really big boating. And maritime heritage, which is just marine heritage, just sailor heritage.
Yeah, we got a
Like
maritime academy like right on the other side of the island.
I
And I
didn't know that.
guess
That makes sense though.
yeah, SUNY. I think it's SUNY Maritime. Um, that's probably the
And
primary one. Yeah, it's in the Bronx. It's in the Bronx. Yeah,
oh, is it in the Bronx?
oldest and largest maritime
Um,
school in the U.S.
and this is the biggest one, probably beach town culture. Very big beach town culture. Did you did you hear about that house that fell into that fell into the ocean?
No, wait. When did this happen?
So this was like this house has been standing on like four pieces of wood, and it's been on, I think, on the South Shore, and it recently got knocked down after 20 years. It's just been sitting in the middle of the ocean. The latest hurricane or the latest storm took it down,
Wow,
and it was on News 12.
that's pretty cool.
News 12
I
is the local Long Island City, Jersey, and Connecticut news, whatever.
I know that Jaws was based off Montauk and Long Island and the South
Yeah,
Shore beaches.
yeah. I actually, when I was working at one of the last places I was working at, some guy said that he used to live where the Jaws was, and I actually mentioned that fact, and we started talking, which I thought was really funny.
Oh, such a good movie. Such a great franchise.
I
They
never
just had
saw it.
they oh, are you kidding me? They literally
I
just had
I, I
their
do
like
know.
50th year anniversary or something, I'm pretty
I
sure.
did.
There was a big
Yeah, I did.
marathon,
Yeah, I know. I know about the marathon.
but you didn't watch Jaws. You don't even have to
I
watch the
didn't. I
second and
didn't.
third one. Forget that. But you gotta watch the first one. That's you're gonna need a bigger
Yeah.
boat. Or
I.
we're gonna need a bigger boat.
You don't even know the line.
Nah. I
You
can't
try.
I
You try
just
to.
can't understand words, it's
Words
hard
are hard.
sometimes.
Words are hard. Um.
Oh, I
You
miss Long
talk about
Island.
vineyards.
Vineyards as the only one legal of age. I've actually not yet been to one of the vineyards.
I have someone that's not of age
Well,
has
okay,
been to
that's
the
not totally
vineyards.
true. I haven't been to one to drink the wine, I should say. But we actually had a family event one of the times that one of our cousins from Florida, Brooke, was down, and we met up at one of the vineyards out east. I'm pretty sure. I remember there's pictures of there's a big family picture of us all near one of the
Like all of
gardens.
us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think I do remember that.
I'm almost
I
positive it
think
was a
I.
vineyard. You would. This was like 7 years ago, I want to say.
I just remember playing on my iPad on the corner.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But
Anyway, I'm definitely not an iPad kid. I swear I'm not an iPad kid. I'm not.
oh man, vineyards. Yeah, they're most of today's age are iPad kids, honestly.
Oh, one thing we forgot to mention that's really famous: diners.
Mmm.
Diners is very important.
Yeah. What's your Long Island diner? What's the one that you would go to?
I would have to say the Eastport Diner.
To work. All right, for us, for me, it's Candlelight, right off Fets.
There's one that my dad used to go to that he went to for like 50 years. Forgot what it's called. The Airport Diner. I think that closed. Really
Did?
sad.
Oh, that is sad,
Yeah.
actually.
Do you remember when the town of Selden burned? The main strip of Selden or Islip burned down a
Yeah, we
couple
actually
years ago?
recently had forest fires too in the Pine Barrens.
Called Smokey the Bear. I don't think anyone
Yeah.
knows what that is. Is that is that still a thing? Is Smokey the Bear still a thing? Even
Oh
though we're like
yes.
way
Oh
too
yeah.
young to.
No,
Okay, cool.
if you go actually when I did my road trip from whatever, like we went through the northern parts of the US, the oh my gosh, what was it called? I think it's in Minnesota, they have like a Smokey the Bear park or something, and there's a bunch of signs about Smokey the Bear. It was either that or Wisconsin. But yeah, that's irrelevant. Not related to
That's
Long Island.
cool.
Sorry, you were talking
But
about the main strip though that burned, right?
yeah, it burned down, and my dad's favorite restaurant, or like most historic restaurant, burned down. Not burned
Really?
down, but I think it had like some damage,
Yeah.
and it closed down, and he was really upset.
That was like
Actually,
the.
actually, your dad was upset too,
Oh
and
yeah.
my aunt was upset, and
Oh
they didn't even
yeah.
live there.
But that was one of the ones they went to all the time growing up. Like when they were
Yeah,
kids. That's what they used to do. If they were hanging out with friends, they'd go to a diner. They'd go to a bagel shop. They'd have pizza.
it wasn't a diner or bagel shop; it was just a regular restaurant,
They'd go to a regular restaurant.
and go to the mall. My mom said that they would go to
Yeah.
the what's the big mall? Why am I blanking?
Smith Haven, Whitman, Tanger Outlets, Riverhead Outlets,
I remember going to Riverhead outlets. That was fun.
Bayshore
I used to
Mall,
go to Taco Bell.
which some people will argue is
I
not a
think it
real
was a
mall.
Smithtown.
Smith
I think it
Haven,
was the Smithtown
Smith
Mall.
Haven.
Smith Haven.
Well,
I
that's
didn't say
probably the
Smithtown. I said
closest one to
Smith
people
Haven.
out east. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know what would be considered the oldest one. I feel like my parents didn't really go to the malls as much.
My mom did.
That's really cool.
Awesome. Anyway,
Coney Diner is the one in Islip. That's the one that I think my dad used to go to growing up, or he always speaks highly of it. He might not actually have gone there growing up. I think they're a newer diner. Um, I feel like
Ruben
they did a lot
recording this.
of like my grandparents
At least-
used to cook a lot. They got a lot of good home cooked meals, and we have become, especially in Comac, like that is fast food central. Parents don't cook the way our grandparents and great grandparents used to cook for their kids, but also like they had less
cook.
time.
So the last time we did it was it was me and grandma and your dad who was doing all the cooking. So it skipped a generation, and I did the cooking. The older generation.
I cook now as well, like a lot, yeah. Yeah, so cooking has
Well, it's
definitely.
very. Oh, go on.
No, it's just like cooking. It's not the same. I mean, we have even places that didn't used to exist on the island back then. Like McDonald's, Wendy's, whatever. Those are classics. Those are just always there. But we got Chick-fil-A's now. They're building a Raising Cane's
Yeah,
in my
and
town.
I don't. Yeah,
You don't care much about
Chick
the.
Fil A. Chick-fil-A became big on Long
Yeah,
Island after I moved, because
I don't
now
know
there's like
why.
7.
Oh yeah, they've opened a bunch since, I would say. I mean, you got what Chipotle's are so common. It's something about that's just the way that life has
I
kind of
hate that.
transitioned. I hate it too.
I hate that. It's awful.
It's
That's
it's
why
a
I hate.
terrible thing.
That's why I hate going to Manhattan.
Yeah, yeah.
If I have to go into the city, I'm not going into Manhattan.
I feel like
I'd rather go into Brooklyn, because it's actually real and not
yeah,
fucking corporate.
Brooklyn is
Anyway,
really cool. A lot of people I know, like if they want to live in the city, they either want to go to like the ideally a long term spot would be Brooklyn, but they talk a lot about Long Island City, which I'm pretty sure like
that's in Queens.
that's in Queens, yeah. So that's like a newer, big, popular place. It's not Long Island, of course, but I know technically on the island, so Long Island City is a big place now for people
It's the
living in the
name.
city. It's in the name. It's a city on Long
It's in the
Island,
name.
just in Queens. And then Jersey City is the
It's
other
a
one,
city.
but that's Jersey. That's
It's a
irrelevant.
city and a borough and a city in Long Island, which is not part of the city.
I think that's where LIU is. Yeah. I mean, we do have
Yeah.
a couple of good colleges on the island.
Stony Brook.
Stony Brook University, that's probably the biggest one. That's a SUNY. They're
That's
a
actually
D1 school.
Stony Brook is actually one of the best schools in the entire state of New York.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's just because we're on Long Island, we're often like, oh, Stony Brook. Don't get me wrong. That's of all New York schools, I think that's probably one of the
It
ones
like
I would
has the
consider.
best heart program. The Stony Brook
Yeah.
has the best heart program in the world.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Their cardiology department is insane.
My uncle died 3 times, and he survived.
Yeah. Well, then they
He died
have.
3 times, and they brought him back because they have the best heart. He went to the best heart doctor in the world.
Yeah, even their cancer institute is very much like very ahead of the game. I mean, they're a major medical research and just research science university in
Yeah,
general. That's where I did all my research in high school. I worked in a
that's where I was
microbiology
born.
lab.
That's all I have.
Oh,
That's all I have.
you were
Stony.
born at
I
Stony
was
Brook?
born there.
I was
I was born in
born
Stony Brook.
in
Yeah,
Huntington Hospital.
yeah.
My brother as
I'm
well, I'm pretty
better.
sure. That Stony Brook
It
is
doesn't
where
matter.
all of my grandparents, I believe, have been at one point or other for their care. So yeah, except for maybe Grandpa helped. I don't know if Grandpa help's ever been in the
Yeah, he
hospital.
doesn't have insurance. I don't think he goes to the doctor.
Oh, it's a good thing he probably won't listen to this.
I didn't even think about that. Hopefully not.
To
Yep.
all the
Anyway,
family members listening, we love you dearly.
and we're sorry.
And we're sorry. But I think obviously this is our first episode, and just because we do have so much pride and love for Long Island, we will talk about it again at some point or another. Do not worry.
Yeah, yeah. I'll probably talk about it. I
I'll
probably
talk
won't even
about it.
talk about my. I probably won't even talk about my topic. I'll just go back to Long Island. We'll just keep doing the same episode over and over, and we'll have something
Long
else to
Island,
talk
Long
about.
Island, Long Island. Yeah, come on. Everyone wants to hear about Australia and South Carolina right now. No one wants to hear about Long Island.
I'd rather talk about Long Island.
I'd rather talk.
I'm not excited for it. I'm
I
not
love Long
excited for
Island.
it.
Although I will say this, Australia is an amazing place, but that's for future conversations. But Long Island is home.
Yeah,
Long Island's where we grew up.
Long Island's where the heart is.
Long Island, that is where home. Given there are many places homes can be, but yeah, that's where. Oh gosh, I guess
It's where our blood is. That's where our blood
two
is.
2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades now. My family are there because technically my great grandparents moved to Ireland on both my mom and dad's side, but they were primarily like Brooklyn, and actually my mom's side was Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and they came to Long Island.
So the Halp side went to Long Island in like the 50s, right?
Yeah, so that would be
They
our
moved to Hicks.
yeah. That's
They moved to
our
Hicksville in the 50s.
so our grandparents,
So
not our great grandparents.
they've lived on the island for 70 years, and they lived in Queens. So they were on Long Island
Yeah,
the
but that
entire
should be
time.
right.
So
Grandparents, parents, us,
they have
and then
lived.
the 4 decades.
Yeah, that's 4
'Cause
generations.
we have like there are kids younger
That's
than us
not
now.
decades.
4
Decades is
decades.
10 years.
No,
Decades
like
is 10
generations.
years.
Sorry, generations.
You kept saying that. Yes, 4 generations. It's 7 decades.
I'm sorry, okay?
But technically, we have lived on. Our family has lived on Long Island since we immigrated here from the old country.
Yeah,
Because they moved to Queens,
on the house
which is
side.
on
Yeah,
Long Island.
yeah, yeah. And then yeah. So that side, what are your backgrounds? Like that sounded so weird the way I asked
Polish.
it, but Polish.
Who
'Cause-
are you?
Well,
Where did your family come from?
what's your mom's maiden's name? Nerzik.
So my mom's is Nerzik, yeah. So he's a Russian Jew. That
Okay.
family is Russian Jewish. I have no idea. We don't talk about it. All I know is so my
But
grandfather
helped at some
is-
point, right? No.
So I'm the only one who doesn't get the Haupt name because my grandmother is the Haupt. So she changed when she got married. She became a Nerzik,
Okay. Yes.
which is
yes.
Russian Jew.
There we go.
So that's where the change comes from.
Okay.
But if you're asking about my father's side, we're Polish. We grew. My grandmother grew up in the same
Kowalski.
town as our. But my grandmother grew up in the same town as the house. We grew up in the same part.
Yeah.
My grandmother grew up was born in Jamaica Hospital. My
Oh,
grandmother was also born in Jamaica Hospital and lived in the same area as she did, and then moved to Long Island when she got married in the 60s.
I don't know where my grandparents were born. I gotta up my game. I know my grandpa on
So
my mom's side. They're very, but he was Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure. The Pancellas, Italians.
so I
Italian.
so I know where my great grandparents, my Jaju and Bapshi were born. So my Bapshi was born in Buffalo,
Okay.
and then my Jaju, which is my great grandfather, and Bapshi means great grandmother. So he was born in some part of North Jersey, and then went back to the old country and then came back. But that's not about Long Island.
Yeah. Buffalo is actually one of the, I think for this upcoming year, 2026, it's like number 5 or something in terms of top most affordable livable cities. Pittsburgh is number 1. This interesting article I read actually yesterday.
I guess we're moving to Pittsburgh. I guess.
Nah. But Buffalo is
Anyway.
on there to represent New York. Long Island is definitely not the most affordable place to live, but we love it still.
That was actually my next thing. Is that there is a big, rich art community.
Yes.
There is a humongous art community that buys historic paintings, and there's museums, galleries, and like tons of historical paintings and estates all over Long Island.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are more places we used to have to go to on field trips. You know,
I didn't get to do any of that.
yeah, so I
I was
graduated.
supposed to see the Blue Man Group.
Oh, I saw them in New York City once actually. They're really
Yeah,
good.
I was supposed to, but our superintendent stole all the money. So, what are you gonna do?
So, speaking of school districts, right? I was Comac School District, and you were
Eastport.
Eastport. Okay. So I was a senior during the 2020 pandemic. Oh my gosh. Graduated during there. So I missed the worst of like the virtual learning and everything. I feel like that's a big thing now is the post-pandemic education
I
system.
moved here during COVID.
Yeah. And you were
In my going into my
going your
freshman year of high school, into I'll talk about it in my episode.
Yeah. Some
Or I go on a
background.
full rant.
Yeah, but when did your family move to Matterville? Because like my mom was in the Dix Hill School District. My dad was Islip.
My mom and my dad moved to Manorville in 2001.
Oh, we moved
They
to
built
Comac in 2003.
They built their house in Manorville in 2001.
Oh, I never knew they built it there. We bought the house that one of my mom's cousins grew up in.
Cool. I don't know what to say to that. Awesome.
All right, I just got the
Good
update.
for them.
So my grandma, my dad's mom, was born in Manhattan, and my grandpa, the one that Walter Sr., he was born in Brooklyn. So he was island. He was an islander.
Yeah. So the entire Howe family was born in either Brooklyn or Queens.
Yeah.
Except obviously the great grandparents, which were born in the old country.
Yeah, my mom's side, they were all Levittown. That's where they all grew up, went to school. Like my grandparents met in Levittown. Yeah, my mom's parents. I mean, they did not have money back then. Like, oh my gosh, they would be split in. They'd be like families of 4. Forget that. My dad was family of 6. They were split in like one ground pork or whatever, just pork chop. Sorry, one pork chop between all of them. Like, oh my gosh, they've worked so hard to get where they are today.
I have no idea.
Major
They just
respect.
I don't know. I don't live like that. We don't have to split a piece of pork.
No, we don't have to. And I guess realistically, my parents not as much either. Maybe more my grandparents than anything, you know. But like, our
Well, in the
parents
old
have worked hard.
in the old country, my great grandparents would be lucky to get a beet.
Yeah, like it was
Just
crazy.
one beet, that would be a delicacy. One beet, and then make beet soup.
Yeah, beets. You
That's
know a
it.
lot. You talk a lot about beets. I didn't know beets were so big.
Beets are very big.
Wow, are they easy to grow or
Uh,
something?
absolutely not.
Hmm.
I actually have no idea. Probably not.
Yeah,
They're
but
like a potato, but they're red.
gotta get those spuds. Also
I like
Irish.
potatoes.
Also Irish over here, so we love potatoes.
Yeah, I don't know what I am. So
I
I know where
wished
my
you
I
would
know
shut
I'm
up. Ah.
done with this. I'm hanging up. No, I'm joking.
Um, but yeah, so I don't really know what we were talking about before. But yeah, the school district. So I was Comac, you were Eastport. It's even like that
Yeah,
has changed so much. It's not kind of cool. Yeah.
yeah. The superintendent stole all the money. He when he built the when they built the junior senior high school, they did cheap lay. There used to be ceiling tiles that fell from the ceiling. Pipes used to burst, and
Huh.
it was so funny.
You know, funny note on that. I worked one summer. I did
I actually had a friend
asbestos.
who it landed on their head. They were fine. But it was so funny. It landed on their head and they went flying down. It was funny.
Yeah, so one summer
Uh
I did asbestos air sampling with JC Broderick, and I'm pretty sure like Eastport was one of the schools that was on. They had contracts
yeah.
with. I spent an entire summer at John Glenn in the Elwood School District, Northport School District as well. Not John Glenn, but their high school at one point.
Yeah.
We have so many abatement projects going on right now. It's insane. Like there is so much asbestos in those school buildings.
Oh,
It is like it,
do you what about our cousin's new house? Full of asbestos.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
And and he's a firefighter.
Well,
And
it's
I
listen.
I
It's
don't
tough finding places to even live on this island. So,
yeah.
but yeah, that was interesting. There were a lot of the buildings are kind of a mess. Now Comac is pretty. Comac's they have too much money in my opinion. They built like a whole tech center now. Like what the hell?
Mm, I don't remember.
Like oh
I moved
yeah, you didn't even go to
12
your high
years ago.
school.
I did go to my high school. It was a junior senior high school. So
Oh
I
no
did go to high
way, no
school.
way.
I
Wait,
went to
so
high school for 2 years.
how large was your school? Like how many kids do you have? I think my school was bigger than yours because we were like over six
Oh,
thousand.
you think you're better than me?
I don't
You
think
think
I'm
you're better
better.
than me?
No, no, that does not mean I think I'm better than you. I'm just saying I had a bigger school.
I think I think my class has always been the smallest. Even when I moved here, my class was always. I think it's like 8,000 students, and it's from 7 to 12.
Okay, okay. Because I was gonna say eight
So it was
thousand
like
from like 9 to 12
it was
is
8,000. Yeah, it was 8,000 students, but it was from 7th grade to 12th grade because my elementary school was technically it was first to second. No, technically it was kindergarten to 6th grade, and then in turn they built another school, and then it was kindergarten to second, and then it was third to sixth,
damn.
which is weird. I was actually the first year to actually go to that school at like the end, maybe like March of my 2nd grade year, and
Yeah,
I was the first class to graduate from that school, and then we went to the regular elementary school.
yeah. So that's like a little over 1,100 a class. I had to do the math on the side. Sorry, that's
Yeah.
insane. See, my graduating class was 1,100 a class seems off. I don't know. That math makes no sense in my head anymore. I was like
So
500, a little under 560 around there for my graduating class in high school.
so my graduating class was, I think, like 400. The class after me, not before me, after me was 1100.
Oh wow,
So it boomed.
that's crazy.
So
Because they
yeah,
built that whole new area.
no, this is the high school here.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't, but yeah, that's how big it was.
Yeah, I feel like
So there was some classes that were really small, and then there were some classes that were humongous.
I think a lot of the student population, what I mean by the numbers have definitely started decreasing since I was there. I know they had like less enrollment overall. Um, but I mean, it's crazy. There were so many people that I went to school with whose parents went to Comac. I mean, my cousins that they still live in Comac. You know, like my aunt and uncle who's my aunt whose childhood home we ended up moving into. They're still in Comac. You know, like they went to those schools back when there was a Comac North and a Comac South, which you really only hear the separation nowadays if you're talking about like softball and baseball. They divide them by Comac North, Comac South. But it's crazy that some people just don't leave the town; they just stay there. Like they never left Comac.
Yeah, my grandmother hasn't even left her house.
Wow.
My grandma has lived in that house since 1968, and she probably will never move.
Another
My aunt will live in
quintessential.
that house afterward.
Wow, that's
House.
crazy. No,
And then
gosh, my parents want to move. My dad, I should say.
I know your dad wants to move.
I
We
want
had
to
a whole
move.
argument about that. You did.
I did.
You moved across
Oh,
the country.
yeah, but
Across
I'm not
the
a
ocean.
homeowner yet. I'm gonna come back and live with my parents again. You know. Shout out to my parents.
I
I
do.
love my parents.
My parents are downstairs. They're actually just downstairs.
My parents are very far away right now.
Yeah.
But
I'm closer
gosh,
to your parents
I
than you
should
are.
be work. Yeah, you are close to my parents right now. Now I should be working right now, but alas, I'm here.
Yeah,
Um,
your bosses aren't gonna watch this anyway.
Probably not. No, I have a gala orientation this week in Canberra, which is the capital city. So that it's been like
Which then you
a
could talk
very
about.
off week. I can talk about that at another point. Yeah.
Another point. Anyway, so I think we're on to our final minutes.
Yes.
So
The last thing I
do you
want
have
to
a fun?
talk about.
Okay, I was gonna say fun facts, but go ahead.
Oh, we can do fun facts, but I just want to shout out the OG Comac movie theater. We both have mixed feelings about movie theaters, I know, but oh my gosh,
Island 16 for the win. Island 16 for the win.
Well, you know,
That was
Comac
the movie theater I went to as a kid.
Island 16 is good. That's like the
Island
Patchogue area.
16. I used to get.
They used to have a really cool game thing on the floor. Do you remember that? Like you could step on it. Oh, they had like a really cool floor stepping game. I used to play that when I was a kid.
I remember getting Starbucks and ice cream before I went into my movie. That's what I used to do. Yeah.
No, hell no. No, Comac movie theater. That was the Comac movie theater used to be the OG multiplex cinemas off of LIE. So that's where my parents went growing up. You know, that was like the Friday night thing. Island 16. That's I think I only went there if I would go with my grandma. That's where my grandma would take us because she lived in Patchogue when I was growing up.
I lived on the East End. That was the closest, biggest theater.
For me, it was Deer
grandma
Park. Yeah.
Grew up not my grandma grew up. My grandma lived like 5 minutes away from it. To get to my grandma's house, I would have to go past on the LIE to Island 16.
That's where we met up when when I picked you up recently. Yeah, at the Island 16. It was like a perfect stopping point.
It's a perfect middle ground.
Jericho Turnpike, Middle Country, LIE.
Yeah.
And whatever the Southern Parkway ones. Southern Parkway, Northern Parkway. What other roads we got? So many roads.
Yeah, I think
Sunrise Highway.
Everywhere has roads. Sunrise Highway. You got to avoid Nichols Road. There's traffic all over Nichols Road. There's a TikTok
traffic everywhere. And that I believe you. But no, there's traffic everywhere. Right? It's New York.
There's a guy on TikTok that I like that's from Long Island. He always says that there's always traffic on Nichols Road. He always
Yeah,
screams it too.
it does move pretty slowly. It's a tiny road. It's not like this. It doesn't go that long either. I don't know, but maybe it does actually. I don't know. Oh,
Anyway.
fun fact about Long Island. How do you know how long Long Island is?
How long is Long Island?
It is about a little over 120 miles. I think like the actual number is like 123, which if you're using metric like most of the rest of the world is approximately 190 to 193 kilometers.
Shut the fuck up. We're in America. This is an American podcast. You cannot talk about the metric system.
But that's from like the tip of Brooklyn to the tip of Montauk. So the maximum width though, 23 miles. I always say Long Island. It's a long island, but it's not a short island. It's not small. It's a small place. I mean, it's like I know, especially in like the sporting community. You kidding me? I know people there. They know those people. I know. I mean, the mutual connections.
Everyone knows everyone.
Everyone
that
knows
is
everyone.
a big thing on Long Island.
Like
even when I moved here, there are Long Islanders who've known each other.
Yeah.
So
I met an Australian that has family in Long Island. What the hell? Oh, she said it might be Staten Island. We don't talk about Staten Island, okay? That's the case.
We don't talk about Staten Island. My dad was auditioning with a band, and the band's people, the main band person where they went to the house to, was from Long Island, and the wife knew my grandmother from the Suffolk County Police Department and traffic control. How is that possible? It's like 700 miles from the island, but we know each other. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a ridiculous. It's a small world. Don't get me wrong,
it's
but
a
like
small
when
world.
it comes
it's
to
because
Long
we're
Island,
all on top of each other. We're all on top of each other, and there's 3 million people. We're gonna know everyone.
And like our family too. Like our family's got connections. Okay, people know people in our family.
Especially your mom.
Oh, especially my mom.
Cookie we got. We got a free cookie because we knew your mom. Because the guy knew your mom.
Everyone knows April Pancella Haupt. Okay, that woman does so much for so many people. Good. Listen, the more clients she gets, the more success she makes, the more money to our family. My inheritance.
The more money to our family, the more money. Anyway,
she's the money maker.
Yeah. Anyway, do you want to hear my fun fact?
Yeah.
Which you already know, which I already told you. Is Stranger Things is based on Long Island. The show Stranger Things was based on Long Island. I did tell you about that.
I think you did. No, actually, I don't know because I do not know if maybe you did and I. Okay,
Camp Hero, which is a military installation on the North Fork. I'm pretty sure. No, it's on the South Shore because it's Montauk.
Okay.
It is what was a military installation, which was then covered over with homeless. They put homeless shelters on top of it. It was in the 80s. The Stranger Things. It was the Hawkins Lab. It was called the Montauk Project. The original show was supposed to film on Long Island, but it was too expensive to film, so they changed it to Indiana.
Wow.
They actually, back in 2016 when it first came out, they were looking for children actors from the age of like 9 to 12
on Long Island.
And my mom told me that she should sign me up.
That would have been so cool.
I didn't do it. Obviously,
you wouldn't have been chosen. Don't worry.
Wow. Anyway,
that is so cool.
My dad actually broke into that facility in the 80s.
Talking about.
And he found military documents.
Wow, that's cool.
And he found, I don't know if this is true, but there was a creature, there was something above him that was humongous and moved really fast. That's what he told me.
No, there's a lot of theories that the aliens are on our planet already, so it's possible.
Yeah.
Also, the brain is crazy.
You don't know. We don't know what happened. It shut down and it's destroyed. You can go to the satellite. The satellite's still there.
Wow, that's freaky.
Yeah, but that's my fun fact.
Cool.
Anyway,
My goal is to do an ultra marathon across Long Island. I love Long Island.
Seems really hard. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, no, we are.
I'll be there, but I'll drive. I'll pick you up when you're done.
I ain't gonna cycle, that's for sure.
Anyway, but yay, we did it. First episode done.
Yeah, we talked a lot about Long Island. I feel like we barely touched everything. I mean, there's just so much to talk about everything.
Yeah, we should forget any other towns. Let's just keep talking about Long Island. Let's just keep doing.
Nah, we got cool places to talk about. And I believe you said we got a war for who gets the next episode.
Yeah, rock paper scissors. Who gets to do the first episode? That if you win, you might win or you might lose.
You win $1 million. Dollars. I wish. I want $1 million. Nope. If you win rock paper scissors, that means you just get the first episode of the. I guess we can call it quote unquote series. Like we'll try to alternate.
Yeah, or after the next person, we'll do another rock paper scissors. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, out of 3 or just one time?
One time. Do you say shoot or?
I say shoot.
Okay. Rock,
paper,
scissors. Do you say and? Do you say and shoot?
I say and. I do say and.
Okay. Rock.
Okay. Rock.
Paper.
Rock, paper, scissors. Shoot.
Rock,
Rock, paper, scissors.
On three.
All right. Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Rock, paper, scissors, and shoot. Oh, you suck.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, and shoot.
Oh my gosh. Rock, paper. Come on, just keep going.
Paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I had rock. You had paper. You win.
All right, fine. I do the next episode next time. All right, it was fun. I had a bunch of fun.
Yes, and
it won't be as long. It won't be as long next time.
This is just us reminiscing about Long Island since we're both not currently there. But we've got a lot of fun places that we can talk about. I think we're starting with where we're currently at, right?
Yeah. So I will talk about Lexington, South Carolina next episode. I already have notes for it.
I already have notes about Melbourne, Australia. So.
And then you'll do Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
And then I'll do the next town over, and you'll do the next county or whatever, Providence or colony.
I'm visiting Canberra today, so that'll be one place we can definitely talk about later.
That'll be another place you'll get to decide. But yeah.
All right. So we're staying in the States for now, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next episode. That's been Backstory: A Tale of Two Cousins.
Yeah. Bye.